Did I give you too much of good booty? That's why all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I want to marry you. I'd be so mad.
Hey, watch us on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and follow us on Instagram.
Overall, listen to our podcast and follow us on all social media.
Now let's get back to the podcast.
Sincerely, Bestie.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Sincerely Bestie. I'm your co-host Krystal.
And I'm Nancy.
Today we'll be going over proposals and we'll be reading proposal Reddit stories as well. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our weekends or just what we did.
What we've been up to,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Lately anyway. So for me, I went to a concert.
How was that?
It was fun. I didn't know any of the songs, but it was fun. We went and saw 1975. It's like more like a rock band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was so much fun though because I've never been to one of those.
Oh.
And it was just like different. Yeah. And the songs were, afterwards I fell in love with the songs, so now I've been listening to them nonstop.
Oh.
But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like 2 hours long and it was in Salt Lake. But we had a good time and my sisters had a good time. And yeah.
That's not bad. At least you guys had fun.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I just stayed home.
Oh.
I did some Christmas shopping, and then I just put up my Christmas decoration trees.
Oh, okay.
Did all this.
Yeah, it looks so cute. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We changed up our setup, so please check it out.
Kind of decorated out a little bit for Christmas.
I love the Christmas tree. Addison's little Christmas tree.
It's cute. Yes. But nothing else.
Okay.
Just like staying home and chilling. Because I feel like after Thanksgiving, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to go out because I know this month is going to be busy too.
Yeah, it's like nonstop.
Yep.
Ever.
Yep. So I'm like, I don't really want to go out and do anything.
TMI, but I finally started my period.
After how long?
2 months.
Okay. Okay.
And I felt like I was going to die. Girl, I forgot how much I hated cramps, dude. They hurt so bad.
Yeah, imagine me having it once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I know how you feel like because like usually when I get my periods back, usually I'm okay. But oh my god, this last time,
Bad.
yeah, I was like we were eating at Applebee's and I was sitting there falling asleep and I'm like
Ew, I can't.
and I'm like I'm hurting so bad. I don't want to do anything.
Oh.
But yeah.
At least you started.
Mm-hmm.
I made a doctor's appointment to
Oh,
get
you
my
did?
cholesterol checked. I went get blood work done already.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't find my veins, so they had to poke me twice.
Oh my god, that's my worst nightmare.
One on the right, one on the left.
I can't.
But then it's so weird because it's like every time I go in, it's like that. Like they can never
Really?
find. I always say my right, but I forget that like they have a hard time finding it.
Oh,
So then
on
I'm
your
like,
right side.
uh huh. So I'm like, I gotta start telling them just do it on the left.
Did you get results in or no?
They called me, but then I didn't pick up because I thought it was a spam.
Oh.
And the nurse just left me a message. She was supposed to like call me back and let me know, but she never called me back.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to try to go in this next year.
Just
Please
get everything.
do.
Get everything checked.
I said I was going to this year, but that didn't work out. So I'm going to this year just because like I'm getting older and we're going to have kids soon. So I need to start figuring out all of this before we just go in. I just want to start as early as possible.
Both of you though, not
Yeah.
only you. Just to get checked too. Like it's good to go
When's the last time Chang went to a doctor's?
Oh,
forever.
I don't think he's ever been. Oh, no. I think it was this year when his side was hurting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went in because he was in so much pain. But I also think he also went because he didn't want to go to work anymore.
I can't with him.
So
Oh
he
my
needed to
gosh.
go and get a doctor's note, but he didn't think it was going to be as serious as it was
as
going to be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I think he just kind of went to go get a doctor's note, but then they were like, "Oh no, like there might be something actually
bigger.
wrong." Yeah. But
How's his ankle or his foot?
I don't know. He said it's okay now. I don't know what the difference is.
Does he have gout?
I don't think it is because like that night we didn't eat any like red meat or anything like that
Pork.
or pork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't have any of that, so that's why I'm confused.
So don't mind me asking, what was his side issue?
Oh, well, they just thought that maybe blood was like floating around that wasn't supposed to be, so they wanted to like open him up and check what was going on. But he was like, "No, I'm not gonna let them do that because he's so like, oh, if I go, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna do all this.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, and he's like, and if I go this one time, I'm gonna have to go again. And he's just like, I don't want to be part of, like, I don't want to keep going to the hospital just because I think he's a little traumatized from when his mom was in the hospital.
Yeah.
So he like hates going
to the hospital. I mean, I would too.
Yeah, because he was constantly there, or he was there with his mom and by himself, and was scared and hated it. He still hates it. So, but yeah,
I don't blame him.
Better now. He doesn't complain about his stomach anymore. Now it's his foot, but I don't know what that is either.
It's called getting old.
I think so. That's what I told him too. I was like, I think we're just getting old. He's like, no. I'm like, yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I know because my knee was hurting. I was like, Robert, my knee's hurting. I don't know why. I was like, I'll be like standing on my knees and I'm like, ow, it hurts. Like, what the heck? So you're just getting old. I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting old.
That's so sad though. Your body just starts turning on you. I get so sad.
It's crazy.
Like there's stuff that I used to do that was like so easy, and now when I do it, I'm like, oh my god, whew, I'm tired. I need a break. I need to sit down for a second.
All right, so we're talking about proposals. Krystal.
So over, I think it was before Thanksgiving, the 18th, after Nancy's birthday. After we recorded some episodes for the podcast, I went home, and Cheng surprised me with a proposal. He asked me to marry him. I said yes.
Yay!
And my family was there, and it was beautiful. It was not exactly what I wanted, but in a way, it's still the way I wanted it, and it turned out even better than I thought it was. And I thought that I would care more about how he did it, but I guess I don't, as long as, you know, I know that he tried, and my family was there to celebrate this moment with me. My friends too, Nancy and Robert were there, so it was really exciting. But yeah, I'm engaged.
Did you see the hints that I did in the episodes?
No, I didn't even see what hints.
I dinged it. Did you hear the ding?
Oh no.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to go back.
Watch the past 2 episodes. You'll see them in there.
Okay.
Oh,
Cause I'm behind.
I'm gonna have to go
have to listen to it.
look.
Yeah.
But yes.
But yeah, I'm engaged now, guys. Engaged woman for 2023. Which is kind of scary.
Does it feel any different?
It doesn't feel any different, but I feel like I don't know if I already said this on the podcast, but it feels like me and Cheng are back in our honeymoon stage.
Oh.
Yeah. So like,
okay.
yeah, like it's been weird.
Is that a
being-
good thing?
It
Or is that
is.
a bad thing too?
It is, because like it makes me excited again, but it isn't because like I'm like, ew, I cringe at myself because like we're not teenagers anymore. We're not in love like that. But it's just been exciting. So it's a different feeling. Like we're still the same during the day and the night and stuff, but when we're like together, it's just me and him. It feels like giggles and you know,
it's different.
those feelings again.
How excited
Oh
was
my
he?
goodness.
How excited was he? I think he was more nervous than excited. When are you talking about the proposal? Yeah. Because my sister was telling me while they were getting everything ready, he was upstairs kind of practicing what he was going to say and just kind of dressing up and getting ready for everything. And he was so sweaty when he asked me to. Afterwards, I gave him a hug and his like back was like a little wet. I was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh my goodness. He was
Whatever.
nervous.
How about the feelings afterwards?
With
For
him?
relief?
Is he giggly?
Yeah, I think so. Because we're just
Because
gross.
it's getting real. That's
Yeah,
why.
Yeah. So it's exciting. Just because like I got scared because I've always heard like, oh, like once you get married or engaged and all of that, then it changes and your feelings are gonna be different. But I was just like, I feel like that it's a good thing. Like we're feeling good and positive about it, you know. So we're going into marriage and all of that excited and wanting to be in love and all of that. So that's what I'm excited for. Because I wouldn't want to be like proposed to and then afterwards like kind of question it.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, do I want to be with him? Like now it's for reals and doing all this stuff. And I feel like, because like being proposed to, engaged is that time period where you have to figure out if you really want to be together, right? And so I told Chang, I was like, you better not mess up in the next year because Just kidding. I can't take it back. I already got my ring, so he's gonna kill me if I give it back. So.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's my little proposal story.
It was cute.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to talk about your hints.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I didn't even. There was a hint you told me, and I didn't even realize that it was a hint that I gave away.
Oh,
and I was like, nails? No, with the dress.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
it felt like a hint when I started feeling like it.
Was it a hint? Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it. So, yeah. But still, I didn't realize that in a way it was a hint. I was like, huh, okay, I see.
And the nails.
And what?
And the nails.
And the nails too.
The nails, I felt like it kind of gave it away.
A little bit. When she first said it, I was like, oh yeah, like we could do nails. And then afterwards, after I started getting all my other clues, I was like, Nancy asked me to wear nails to the podcast. And I was like,
ew, ours is painted.
I know. She was like, or like just do gel and stuff. I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, I was like, well, I'm just going to wear white nails just in case. Just in case it happens. But I wrote them all down because I started getting sus.
Oh, okay.
So I just started writing them down because
How many do you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay.
Break it down, girl.
Yes.
Okay, they're not in any order, okay? I just as soon as I started getting the hints of everything, I just was like, okay, now I have to go back and like remember what everybody said to me and like all of that just so I don't forget about it. Okay. But the first one was Nancy saying she's going to wear nails to the podcast. Okay. And then my sister asked me about the balloon pumper because we had one for my dad for his 50th birthday.
Oh, okay.
And I bought one so we could blow balloons a little bit faster.
Oh.
And she asked me about it, and I was like, what do you need it for? And she was like, oh, my sister-in-law. She was like, your sister-in-law wants me to, she wants to borrow it because she wants to do something for her husband. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh, okay. And then, like, I think either that night or the day after, Chang asked me too. And he was like, hey, where's that balloon pump that you used to have for your dad's birthday? And I was like, why? What do you need it for? He's like, I'm just wondering if you still have it. And I was like, okay, 2 different reasons for one item.
That is strange.
Okay. And I was like, okay. And then that whole week, Chang was being extra nice. Like, he was cooking, packing, washing dishes, doing, like, a lot of extra stuff that he usually doesn't do. Or, like, if I asked him to do something, he would just get up and do it.
Without, like...
Yeah, without me, or whatever. Yeah, fighting with him.
Oh, gosh.
And I told my family that, and they're like, oh, my God, Chang. Like, do you never do anything around the house then? He's like, I do. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah?
I'll be sus, too, if Nancy start cooking. And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Are you mad?
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want something? Like, what's going on?
That's why I tell her all the time when he's being nice or whatever. I'm like, what do you want? Mm-hmm. What is it? What do you need?
Mm-hmm. No, because it's suspicious.
Yeah.
Man. And then Chang telling me that he's gonna marry me soon. At the beginning of November, he kept telling me, he's like, oh, like 10 more days, 9 more days. Mm-hmm. But it was counting up to the rave though. And he kept saying that, and I'm like, well, you don't say it like that. You make me nervous, you know, because I don't care about the rave. I know you do. But he's like, oh, 10 more days and then it'll be over. And I'm like, well, what are you talking about, you know?
I can't with
yeah, he'd be like, I have so much things to do this weekend. And I'm like, what are you going to do? But then I'm not part of the plans. So I'm like, okay. Yes. And he'll be like, oh, I have to go out. I got to do this and that. I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
And then I think that this is when I started like catching on that it was happening that weekend because I'm so toxic.
This girl.
I asked Chang, I was like, so should I work on Sunday? And he was like, no, I don't think you should work on Sunday. And I was like, why? I was like, you're going to work on Sunday. Why can't I go with you? And he was just like, whoa. Oh, you need your rest. And I was like, I've been resting. I haven't done overtime in a long time. And he was like, oh, but still, I think you should take Sunday off. And I was like, okay. And then I asked my sister too.
He should have just been like, yes, go to work.
No, for real.
Go to work. Because I remember asking you too.
Yeah, you did ask me too.
Yeah.
Because you're like, are you going to work Sunday? And I was like, I don't know yet. I'm going to ask. But I was scared to ask too because I didn't want to ask and then not come in.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like asking my sister and Chang too, because I kind of wanted to know if it was that weekend or not. I asked my sister, and she was like, "You could ask, but it's up to you." I was like, "Okay."
She's less suspicious.
I know, she's less suspicious. And then Angie, she kept lying to me all weekend.
Oh.
She kept saying that she had a secret. She was like, "I have a secret that you don't know." And I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Something's gonna happen." And I'm like, "Shut up, stupid." So I think she knew that I knew as well.
Yeah.
So she kind of, and she was talking to me, and she kept winking at me and being like, and I'm like, "Ew."
Angie.
And then my brother, he had called me in the morning of that day, and he was like, "Hey, like, is it okay if I come over today?" And I was like,
On Saturday?
"Yeah."
Oh, okay.
No, it was Friday.
Okay. Because I was like, I think I remember you saying he was like sleeping over or something. And I was like, what? He is?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, he decided he's going to sleep over because he was going to do something.
Yeah, because he came up, he called on Friday, asked me if he'd come over, and I was like, "Why do you even have to ask?" Usually he just like texts me and says, "Hey, I'm coming over," but he asked to come this time. So I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." And then while he was there, they were drinking and hanging out, and then I was sitting there with them, and he was like, "Oh, like, I can't wait to hear one of my uncles." He's like, "I can't wait to hear," say his name's like John, okay? He's like, "I can't wait to hear John sing this song tomorrow night." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Why would he sing this tomorrow night? Where?" And then they all like stopped and stared at each other, and Angie looked at him. She was like, "You're so stupid."
Oh my gosh.
And Memphis was like, "Oh, like, I mean, I don't know." But I was just like, okay, whatever. Memphis is my brother. And then there being extra food in my house. There was a lot of food, Nance, like a lot. I was telling Nancy that I went into my fridge and they had like this, probably like, how big are those, Nancy? Like 15-pound
The
ground
patties?
beef.
Like the patties?
Just the ground beef, because my sister like
they're
mixed
quite
it.
big.
Yeah, it was like the big
Yeah,
one.
they're quite
So the
big.
box of patties.
It wasn't patties, it was just ground beef.
Oh, okay.
Like the
Like the
big
little
long ones.
the bag ones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
They're about
good. They're a good amount.
10, 20 pounds.
Yeah. And there was like a giant one in my fridge. Like it didn't even fit in there. And I was like, "Why do we have so much meat in here?" And my sister was like, "Oh, we're going to eat hamburgers tomorrow." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, and she was making a lot too. And I was like, there's only 6 of us or 7 of us. Why are you making so much?" And she was like, "Oh, just to make for extra or anything." And I was like, "Okay."
You're like,
So that was suspicious. See, I told you, there's so freaking many. And then Nancy asked me to dress nice for the podcast. And then Nancy sent me her dresses for the podcast. So I was like, maybe she's telling me to dress nice in like one of the episodes.
Yeah.
And then Diamond never cares about our podcast. Like, she don't ever really ask like what we were doing.
Oh,
but she
okay.
was like, "So what time is your podcast?" And, like randomly out of nowhere. And I was like, I don't remember what time we did it, but I think it was like around 3 or 4.
No, it was at like.
Oh no, it was early.
It was
huh?
at like noon.
Yeah, it was like noon. And I was like, "It's like noon." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Do you need help picking out a dress?" And I was like,
What?
"Okay."
Okay, that
Yeah.
is.
So she helped me pick out some
Suspicious.
dresses. Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I think you should wear this one. This one looks nice." And I was like, "Okay."
Gosh, I thought
But
I
yeah.
gave it away.
No, those were all my little hints. So it was just funny how it happened.
Well, because remember you were saying you told our coworker that you think it might be that weekend.
Yeah, because I told her, because she asked me if I was coming for overtime, and I told her, I was like, it depends if Cheng proposes this weekend. And she was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "I just have a feeling."
You're like, I just know. That's
No, but I feel like you always know, unless it's like out of nowhere.
yeah. I think you get kind of like that feeling.
Well, did you have that feeling?
Yeah, because at first I thought, I don't remember what we went to. It was some.
Went to
What
the
was it?
pier.
An event?
A pier.
Yeah, but there was like stuff going on there.
It was like a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah, but they had like an event or something going on
Yeah.
there. And I was like, okay, well, I didn't think of anything till later. And we were like going hang out with his friends, whatever, you know. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, we're just hanging out with his friends. I didn't think
Yeah.
anything. And then we start walking towards like with the pier. And then I'm like, why are we walking to the pier?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know everybody's probably been there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that we're just going to this pier just to go look at this dang water.
Yeah.
So I already had a feeling.
Aww.
And then I was already getting nervous because I just had that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I was like facing the water.
Mm-hmm. Did you know what was happening behind you though?
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. So I turned around, looked at the water, and then everybody had their phone out. Okay, everybody had their phone out, looked like they're taking pictures and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, y'all weird because you guys have been here,
Yeah.
so why are you guys taking pictures and everything? And then I turned around, and then Robert was on his knees,
Aww.
and I was like, oh, okay. This is strange.
So I want to ask Robert, like, how long did you have that plan? Or was it like the spur of the moment kind of thing?
The spur of the moment.
Oh, really?
And I already told Nancy that I was done. It was neither now or never.
Oh, okay.
And it was the only time that Nancy came in town. So,
He was able to get his friends together.
yeah.
I think there was like two couples that weren't, one couple that was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just FaceTimed them.
Oh, okay. How cute.
And then we had a photo taken afterwards by, I think, Sacramento Bee, the newsletter from there.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No, but that was before we even went to the pier.
That was after.
No, because we were still by the little vendors.
Yeah, but we went to the pier, and then afterwards, we ended up in the old town.
Yeah, we got a nice photo taken though. So
Oh, I want to see the photo.
I'll have to just show you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the picture.
Oh my gosh, how cute though.
If I had known, I would have like gone like so much prettier.
Yeah, Robert, why didn't you tell her to get ready?
Look at me.
So it really was at the spur of the moment. Like,
Yeah.
like
I think I told my best friend, which is on the right of me,
uh-huh.
picture left. So that's my best friend, Max. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I told him first.
Okay.
And the guy with the GoPro on, that's the other best friend. And then that's why he had the GoPro strapped on him.
Ew, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that like recorded it.
Yeah.
And like later on put it in a video and like put it on Facebook later, like like a couple years later. But I didn't think about it.
So it was literally that day that you were like, I'm gonna do it?
Yes.
Or like she was coming and you had that already?
She was coming, and then I told my friend, and they're like, so exciting. And then we were just like, let's go do it over here, where it's nice.
Okay. How come you were visiting, Nancy?
My aunt was having her baby shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wish I had looked nicer and had more makeup on.
You look good.
Yeah. When I was skinny.
Oh, whatever. I want to see that one by the pier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how cute.
And what's the caption?
She said
yes.
How cute.
With no ring.
I hate you, Nancy.
Robert?
I thought we could slide over that one.
Never. I am never letting it go.
Okay, instead of a flower, what did he... instead of a ring. Oh my god, I already said it already. Start over. So instead of a ring, what did he give you?
He gave me a flower. Oh. A small flower.
A small?
It was small.
Not even a big one, Robert. You didn't even stop somewhere and get her a bouquet or something?
Could have got me a Walmart ring, you know. It's okay to love you.
I was broke.
Yes, I know. But, you know, it was okay, too, because then I got to choose my ring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was okay as well because I chose my own ring.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I feel like if he had chosen it, I would have been like, no.
Oh.
Because, like, the ring I have now, because it's just a solitaire.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Yeah, it's just a solitaire, right? I originally didn't want just a solitaire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you want?
I wanted, not like the princess cut, but like with like diamonds kind of on the side. I guess you could say it like in a way like the princess.
Yeah, but just like diamonds around
Yeah.
it? Like the two, or one on each side?
Yeah.
Or like
Kind of like
all
one
over?
on each side.
Oh, okay.
Because I originally didn't want this. But then when I upgraded, that's why I was like, no, just do that. It's okay. I don't mind it.
Did you guys talk about rings?
After?
Or like
You
before? Before?
No.
No, I don't think we did.
So you guys just had the talk that you guys were done looking and you guys are
We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No ring.
It's okay. Remember,
It's okay.
you got to pick it.
I gotta pick my own ring, so it's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yes. Well, there's you. You got to choose yours and everything.
Yeah. Well, I got to choose mine, but I didn't really get to see the diamond because the diamond that they gave me to try on was it was bigger than this one. It was like a 2 carat. It was huge.
Dang, girl.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've learned that I like it my ring smaller because I don't want it overpowering my finger.
Oh, nah, girl. I want the ring to overpower.
See, that's okay.
Me and Cheng are gonna go back and I'm gonna get them to sit my diamond higher because I feel like it's still sitting
too
low. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cheng was like, and how much is that gonna be?
Can you tell?
Huh?
Can you tell
you
the
can
difference?
tell. No, because my aunt, she has a 1.5 carat, but hers looks bigger than mine. Or like I think they look the same size.
Okay.
So when they were first looking at it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I think they gave you the wrong ring."
Oh.
Because it looks the same size as my aunt's. And so I got scared and I was like, it better not be the wrong one. But then my uncle, he kind of like tilted them the same because her diamond's tilted that like the other way. Yeah, like this way. I don't know how to explain that.
At an angle?
Yeah, like at an angle. And he tilted it the same way. And my ring is bigger than hers because mine's like a 1.7, I think. But yeah. It still looks small though, and I want it to sit a little bit higher because I'm psycho, but it's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I told Chang, I was like, I don't want anything in this world. Okay, there's only 2 things I want: is a house and a ring. That's all I care for. You don't have to give me anything else.
Do you want to upgrade later though?
Later I do, but I'm like, I feel like my rings
bigger
already.
do you want to go?
Throw another arm and leg in there, should be fine.
I know that's basically how much it costs.
I think that's also why I was okay with doing it small because I was like, we can always upgrade it later.
Yeah.
We can always do a bigger diamond.
No, but I feel like my aunt, she just barely upgraded to a 3 carat.
Huge,
dude.
See, that's why I'm
so
scared.
much bigger than mine, and I'm like, oh my god.
I am so scared.
I would be scared walking around with that big of a ring. You know, I mean, it's not like as big as the rings you see on like Instagram and stuff, but it's still pretty big on her small finger, and it's like costs like over $100,000, so it's freaking expensive. You know. So it's just crazy.
I had an old coworker when I was working in the daycare. She had me hold her ring. Big ass diamond, and I was like, I don't know how the heck you're wearing it was bigger than yours. Okay, I don't even know how many carat it was. It was big though, and I was like, I'd be so scared to wear this while I'm working with kids as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like no.
It's scary. Even I'm so scared because my aunts, they sometimes like misplace the ring and they're like freaking out, man. They're like, nobody leaves the room until we find the ring, okay?
So I would be like that too.
Yeah, if it's that expensive, oh my goodness. So like when we went to the concert, I put it in my bag because I had to wash my hands, and I looked at my bag 3 times to make sure the ring was in there because Chang would murder me if I lost my ring, and I'm so scared to wear it out too.
This is why you get a ring that you only wear outside.
Yeah. And now I understand why like sometimes celebrities or influencers and stuff, they buy like a replica of their ring, but like not like the actual real ring. Yeah. And that's what they wear around. I'm like, okay, that's understandable because that's expensive to be walking around with, and also misplacing it. Oh my gosh, that's too scary.
I'd be too scared. No, I'd be freaking out.
No, me too. But it's so nice. I love staring at it. I'm like those annoying people that always has to have it out, you know. I just so like, I don't know, it's just so sparkly and pretty, and it feels weird when it's not on.
Yeah, you get so used to it.
Yeah, but I think I still want a band though. I think I'd wear that one more than this one.
Oh, the one with the diamonds.
Either the one with the diamonds or just like a regular cheap gold band, so like it'd be okay if I was to lose it anyway.
Oh, this girl. Or you could just wear both.
Yeah, I could. So we'll see.
Aww. Well, you better go look at some bands when you guys go.
Yeah.
As well.
Give Chang some time to recover.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys got to look at bands for him too.
Yeah, we do. I have to take him.
Did he pick one out?
He just told me which one he would like. He kind of likes the ones with like the designs around it and stuff.
Diamonds.
Well, or if it maybe just like the small diamond in the middle, but that's about it.
That won't be bad. That's not bad.
Robert, what does your band look like? Just a gold band?
Mine's like a titanium carbon fiber
Okay.
with blue inside.
That's pretty.
It's not bad.
I know Cheng was like, it's okay, you can just give me a Walmart one, and I was like, say less.
Save me money. Yeah.
Okay, so now I think we should get on telling our Reddit stories.
stories.
Not ours, but
Some we found.
yeah, some we found. This one says, I had gotten the ring and was thinking about the logistics of where in our apartment I could hide it, that she wouldn't stumble across it. I wanted to make a big presentation of the whole thing and was trying to come up with a good plan. My mom was with me at the time because I value her opinions when it comes to jewelry. And she said, sometimes it's more memorable to make an average moment special than to make an event out of it. So when I got home, I started changing clothes and my girlfriend came home. I dropped down on one knee and gave her the box. She lost it. That's when I realized I had not yet put on pants. I think I would be so upset.
What the heck?
Can you imagine getting proposed to?
You don't even have pants on. Huh? Oh my gosh.
That's what makes me think about like in the movies where like after they've had a night together and they wake up in the morning and he just tells her, I want to marry you.
Yeah.
After sex, like the night, yeah. You wake up and he's
I'm
just
like, what the heck?
I know.
What in the world? Did I give you too much of good booty? That's why all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I want to marry you. I'd be so mad.
I'd be mad, but I'd be like, You want this good booty forever. That's what it is.
Oh gosh.
But I just thought that was hilarious because that makes me think of like those movies where they're just like, oh, like after sex or something like that, and they're just like, oh, I want to marry you, and I'm like, ew, not me. I told Chang, like, don't you ever wake up and be like, let's get married.
Oh gosh.
The next one is guy who proposed in a skating rink. The music stopped. He knelt down and proposed. She slapped him as hard as she could, and he fell over sideways. That's so sad.
The skating rink. Are these the good ones or was that
these are the
bad ones you got?
Bad ones that
okay.
come
I was
out.
like, wait, what?
No, like I can't imagine. Like, have you seen those ones where like they do this big presentation like at a baseball game or a basketball game, and they have like dancers and everything, and the girl says no?
That's sad.
I would be so sad.
That's so sad.
Do you think he should try again after that?
I would wait sometime.
Really?
Or kind of like discuss it. Like why she said no.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, maybe he did all this, but it wasn't what she was wanting. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, what if she wanted it more private?
Yeah.
Maybe that could win my... But
no, I feel like for
that
me...
would hurt so bad. I'd be like, I don't even know if I want to propose again.
Yeah, I wouldn't propose again. If she's like, she said no in front of everybody or she ran out of there running. I think that breaks my heart. That would be it for me. And I would feel bad. Like, how do I tell him to try again? Like, I can't do that. After I embarrass him in front of everybody? That's so sad. That breaks my heart.
That's sad.
I think yours must be worse than mine if mine don't sound bad.
What, the stories?
Yeah.
Girl, I don't even know.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one's gross. Not really gross, but my dad was giving his girlfriend a foot massage. He proceeded to do the whole this little piggy toe thing. At the end, she found a ring on her toe. He was really excited to tell me the story immediately after it happened.
Oh, heck no.
Can you imagine?
Heck no.
Ew.
Heck no. Ew.
He's all like, this little piggy went to the store. This little piggy, like, no. I'd be so upset.
I'd be so upset too.
I'd kick his face. I'd be like, what the hell?
Ew, no. I can't even get that image out of my head now. Ew. No.
I hate that.
Well, you guys think of rings on the pointing finger of your toe?
Heck no.
My aunts do it.
On the toes?
Yeah, on like the big, not the big toe, the toe
longer
next to
one?
it, the
Pointing
longer
one,
one.
the pointer.
Yeah.
I think ugly because I feel like I'm not a crazy fan of feet, but I can stand feet. And then if there's a ring on it, I'm like,
it's too much.
It's no.
Watch out, Krystal. I'm gonna wear my flip flop.
I can't. And with the ring on it too. Ick. For real. Go check out that episode. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Can you imagine?
Your aunts does it though?
Yeah, my aunts do it. They have rings. I think it's cute on their feet because their feet's like small and cute. But whereas like other people's feet, I don't know, maybe not as cute.
I'll probably just do that as a joke. See what you would do.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
I look over, I'm like, what the hell?
Like, the next time we hang out, you're like, whoa, what?
He's got them all over him. I'm like, hey. If it makes you look pretty, Robert, whatever. Let's see. One of my best friends proposed to his girlfriend to make her stop crying during an argument. My words were, dude, that's a one-time Joker card. When he came back from their honeymoon, I asked him how life was now as a husband. Answer, same shit as before. And that's why I feel like if you're having issues before you get married, like big issues like this, or the only reason you're asking her or trying to make her stay is to get married.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
Like your marriage it's not going to change anything.
It's not going to do anything.
If anything, it's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
And so I feel like don't get married because, she got pregnant. Don't get married because she's leaving you or she's been waiting for you to marry her. And you're just like, oh, fine then. I'll just marry you kind of thing. Because then there's that resentment and then that regret. And then you'll always be blaming her for everything that happens in your relationship. And it's just horrible that way.
It's true. Do it if you only really want to do it.
That's why I told Trent, because I told them, like, okay, I want to get married, but that's on your time, Like, I joke around and being like, this is my last year kind of thing. But that also tells you that, like, I'm going to also leave if you don't ask me in my time period because I don't want to waste my time staying with a guy as well. And as long as he respects that, then okay. But if I am the one for you, you have to figure that out as well as if you want to be with me or not. And then during the engagement too, that can always be forever as well. Not forever, but it's also the time period to really figure out if you want to be with them as well. But yeah, I just feel like those relationships always end up bad and they always turn out not good. And especially when you add a kid in there too. Ooh. Sucks.
That's even harder.
But I think that's all of mine. Not all of them, but just some of them.
Some of it?
Yeah. You can read yours.
It's so hard because some of these be using like acronyms and I'm like,
I know. I'm like, I'm not up to date with these.
I'm like, what does it say? Okay, so this one, it said, I had been dating this girl for about a month or two while we were in college. We lived close enough in the summer to see each other frequently. So I was over at the house and we were getting stuff ready to grill out when a car pulled up. We assumed it was some of her friends who we had invited, just arriving a little bit early. She peeked out the window and gasped, "Oh shit, it's Matt." Matt was an ex-boyfriend from high school. They broke up senior year, but he had been pursuing her since then despite constant outright rejections. "Do you want me to take care of this?" I asked. "No, I'll deal with it. He'll just try to start a fight with you." So I sat by the window and watched the whole thing. It was short. He said that he wanted to talk. She said she really didn't want to talk. She was having people over, and besides, they had talked everything out a while ago and everything was settled. There was nothing more to talk about. He was a crappy boyfriend. It was 3 years ago. She moved on. He needed to do that as well. That's when he doubled down. "I know the reason we've been apart. We were in high school. We were kids. We weren't adults. So you can't ever see me as an adult. Not until I man up. You need to know that I'm serious about this. That's why I have this." He got down on one knee and pulled out a ring box out of his shirt, just like a jewelry commercial. He opened the box and said, "Beth, will you marry me?" She tried really hard not to burst out laughing, but only halfway succeeded. "Oh my God, no way, go away. There are people coming over, Maddie. Don't embarrass yourself any more than you've done already. More than you already have." Seriously, just go. He had this quizzical look on his face, like shocked and disbelief. He really thought this was the right play. After a few seconds, he got up, put the box in his pocket, and walked back to his car without saying another word. She came back inside. I can't believe that just happened. She said in a mixture of amusement and anger. I was mostly on the side of amusement, so I asked if the ring was nice. It wasn't even a nice ring. It was a tiny note that said, any ring you want. What the heck? No.
I'm freaking dead. I'd be like, you know what? Let's
Just like
go.
how you said, it doesn't resolve anything, and obviously she sees her ex as a little boy.
Yeah,
That's why.
Obviously, if that's the only way he could think, she would go back to him was if he had proposed with no ring.
Any ring you want. Yeah.
A nice rose would do.
Oh.
I mean, it worked, okay?
I mean,
Nancy's with Robert, so.
It wasn't even a rose. I love you, Robert, but still.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, this next one, it says, my favorite had to be while I was in Vegas. Oh, this was a story. This had to be while I was in Vegas at the Bellagio Botanical Gardens. Everyone is doing their thing, snapping pictures.
Oohing.
Oh, I'm like, what? Oohing and eyeing. When this one guy gets down on one knee and gives this little speech. Many people stopped what they were doing to watch, circling the two while his finishes his speech. The girl with her hands covering her mouth begins to cry. Some of the crowd's hearts melt and at the end of the speech, but there has yet to be a reply. The girl continues to stand there, and at this point, it begins to get awkward. There are some gasps and giggles from the crowd. You can see the dude's mind racing, and he begins to look at the floor, realizing what he has done was probably a huge mistake. The masses begin to feel horrible for the poor guy. But the chick, probably realizing what was going on all around her, shakes her head but the words that come out of her mouth were, "Oh, all right, yes." The guy stands up and begins to wobble, probably some blood flow issues from the 5 minutes of awkward knowing, and he grabs a hold / falls onto, awkwardly hugs the girl. See, that's why I don't.
That's horrible.
That's why it's so hard to do it in public.
Yeah.
Because I would feel bad. Because what if they really did say no, and you're doing this in front of like a whole bunch of people? Like.
No, and it always surprises me about these stories too, is because I feel like there should be a conversation before this, right? Mm-hmm. Being like, hey, like, what's the next step in our relationship? Do you want to take that next step with me? Like, how do you go from being in love and being with someone, hanging out with them, and then just straight to proposal? Yeah. Like, that's so crazy. Nowadays, I feel like you should have this conversation because you hear so many stories like this, right?
Yep.
Where she rejects him in front of everybody. Did you want to read that part?
It just says, dude proposes, girl takes an awkwardly long time. Oh, I think it was just a summary of what it was.
Do you think she was thinking about saying no?
I think so.
Yeah, but she felt bad.
But she felt bad and then noticed that like everybody was around, and she was just like, oh, I'll say yes.
No, that breaks my heart.
Because then, like, you know, there are those people where they're like, they say yes because they're out in the public, and then when they're together, that she probably might be like, I really wanted to just say no, but you made it so awkward, so I had to say yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sad, though. That breaks my heart.
Because I'm like, it's very ballsy of you. You be straight up be like, no, in front of a whole bunch of random people. Like, I feel like that takes a lot of guts to do, but I'm like, it's your right to say no to, you know what I mean? But still, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's
no, because I'd rather you say no than be later, because then he thinks that he did this big gesture and that you said yes, and he gets all excited, and then you guys get together and she's like, hey, like,
I really meant no.
No, I really didn't want to.
So let's throw out this scenario.
Okay.
So the day that you propose, and what if you happen to say no?
What happened if I said no?
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
About if I
had said no? If you had said no?
I think that would make Chang very confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd be very, very mad about it as well. Just because he's already started this life with me. You know, we've bought a house together and we've talked about the future and all of that. So I feel like, I don't know, but we've talked about it though. You know, so it's hard for me to be on the other side and explain.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be very angry. He'd be like, I did all this for you, and
you go and I just say no.
Yeah.
How about you, Nancy?
If I had said no? Boy.
I want to know, would it have been the end of it for you guys?
No, I don't think it would have been.
Okay.
I think I would have been like, redo it.
Oh, okay.
Do it privately. I love you, Robert, but that was one thing where I was like, I wish it was private.
Yeah.
Well, because because it was long distance. We were long distance too, so I didn't really know his friends.
Oh.
So it wasn't like oh my god, like thank you for being here. Yes, it was a thank you for being there, but it wasn't like as like meaningful in a way.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't close with them. I just knew them as like Robert's friends.
Yeah.
Which I'm best friends, his best friends.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't at that level of being close with them yet. So I've learned to get close to them, have conversation with them and everything. But at that time I was like, I'm not close to them. So it's a little harder.
No, that's understandable that it wasn't, if it didn't feel like meaningful at the moment. You know, even though it was really meaningful for him, I'm pretty sure, because he was around people that he cared for and loved. That's a family, but you're just there by yourself, and you're like,
I'm like, oh.
That's why, like, when I first wanted to be proposed, I told Chang I wanted him to do in front of my family, like this big like party we have together. Everybody's sitting down, and he just gets up and gives a toast, and then he proposes to me. Like, that's what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
But then I kept thinking about it, and I was like, oh, like that's too much for me. Like everybody's staring at us, and I want to focus more on what he's saying than what I'm thinking about everybody's looking at. You know, like I want to it just be me and him, our connection, and him say everything he wants to me, so I can take it all in and feel it like it's just me and him, like how it started.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Were you okay though? Because I knew your sisters were there, and then you said you heard your grandma.
Yeah, because I walked in and she said something, and I was like, "What the heck?"
You're like, huh?
Yeah, and so it was just crazy. I'm okay with my sisters there. I guess I was. I don't know, but they were taking videos.
You were like, it was just so much going on.
Yeah, like there was so much things that I was like trying to process and look at, and I was trying to listen to him and what he was saying. And so yeah. I'm just glad I have the pictures and the videos, so that's what matters, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. I said yes, though. It's not that I was going to say no.
This is a scenario. This is a scenario. Yeah.
It says, I was at Taco Bell with a few friends of mine, including a guy and a girl that had been dating for a few weeks. A few of us got tacos, but the girl only got Diet Coke. So her boyfriend asked her, do you want hot sauce? She says, no, I just got a Diet Coke. What the hell would I want hot sauce for? He says, I don't know, but I just think it would be really good if he has some hot sauce.
I know where this is going.
They argue about whether or not she needs hot sauce for a while. Until finally she just says, okay, whatever. Well, he goes over and gets some, comes back with a packet, gets on one knee, hands her the package that says, will you marry me on it, and pulls out a cheap-looking engagement ring on his pocket. Oh, gosh.
Wait, read this next one.
Keep in mind, they've been dating about 3 weeks at this point, and we're in the middle of Taco Bell. She gets this look of absolute shock on her face and then says yes. They got married a few months later. They got divorced a few months later, and that was the most humiliating trip to Taco Bell of my life. That is sad. That is sad. Okay, I understand, like, when you propose at, like, restaurant or whatever, but I'm like, that better be a freaking fancy-ass restaurant. Like, I would not want no Applebee's, no Sizzlers, no Texas Roadhouse. I just barely saw something on Facebook, too, where somebody had proposed at, like, one of those, and I was like, no. But Taco Bell?
I can't.
I mean, no wonder why they got divorced a little bit. And they were only dating each other for 3 weeks.
That's what drives me insane too. People who get married like after 2 weeks of knowing each other. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
That's some morning shit right there.
Imagine McDonald's. Like, hey, I got you a Happy Meal. Will you marry?
No, I read
it's like the box. Will you marry?
Oh god, it's written in the box. No, I read a story like this too, where he had put the ring in the hamburger. And as she was eating the hamburger, she was like, oh. And it comes out and it's a freaking ring.
No.
I can't.
No.
Or with the ice cream, anything like that.
I'd be so mad. You just got the ring dirty.
I know. I'd be like, how am I supposed to put this on now?
Yeah. Like,
it was a cheeseburger with onions.
You're going to have to go get it re-cleaned just before I put it on.
Boy, please.
You'd be like, just go put water on it. much.
Yeah, because my
water.
coworker was making fun of me too.
Why?
Because I kept telling her, I was like, I think he's gonna do it during Thanksgiving, and she was like, oh my god, can you imagine you're eating turkey and all of a sudden you get a bite in, and I'm like, ha ha ha. And then the other coworker, he was like, yeah, imagine her eating her mashed potatoes, and it just comes out. I'm like, you guys think you're so funny, huh?
Oh my gosh.
No thanks to that.
Not in any food. I would not want in any food.
I don't want to bite on my ring.
Especially, I'm like, what if I swallow that crap?
Oh my god.
Then I'll be choking. Like, no.
No, it's gonna come out the other end.
Still, no.
I'm gonna make him look for it. That's what it is.
We gotta go get some x-rays done. Make sure I know where it is. Oh gosh. No.
Have you seen those proposal videos where like he asks her in I think like a waterfall or something like that, or like a little bridge, but there's water underneath it,
and it drops?
Yeah, and she drops the ring. Oh my god.
So mad.
I think Cheng would push me in the water.
Go get it.
Yeah. That's so sad. Oh my god.
That's hard to find in that
girl.
Time. No.
There's no way you can find that.
No, you're not.
Unless it's like,
give me a new ring.
Okay, so should we read some good proposal stories now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one says, we're from the UK and went to Amsterdam for our birthdays. We were at the, I don't know how to pronounce this, Kicking Off Tulip Field. People watching and taking pictures of all the gorgeous tulips in bloom. We came to a point where we both needed to sit down and have a drink, so we were just chatting. Started getting a little sloppy with each other, saying, I love you more. Next thing I know, he pulls a ring box out of his camera bag and says, I love you this much. We both sat down on the bench, hugging and crying for a good 15 minutes. It was such an amazing day and just perfect in every way. Have you seen those where like they propose in this beautiful field and like flowers?
It's like hella pretty.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. That's what I imagine.
That's picture worthy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so, and especially when they get good photos too. I'm like, I'm so jealous. I got asked to my house.
I can't with you. Oh
hey, at least yours was like over
on
the
river.
Pier. Yeah. So it was pretty. The sun was setting or whatever. That's cute.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. It was fall. The day before my birthday, he set up a surprise birthday day for me. We started off driving to one of those little towns that people go to when the leaves change colors. We stopped around, got hot cider, and drove around the state to just relax and take in the scenery. Next, he took me to the zoo where we had our second date. We wandered around, went to the dolphin show, and we had a caricature done, something we had discussed during our second date that we wished we had done. She drew him proposing, turned it around, and he got down on his knee. Neither of us actually remember what he said in the moment, but I immediately burst into tears and told him he was stupid, followed by, yes, I love you, sob, sob, sob. Such is in our relationship. We followed that by going to a restaurant downtown we had gone on our first date, and we were seated at the same table we had seated at then. That was such a great day. I think it's so cute when they take them from like the first day they met, where they had their first date, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, that's so cute.
To retrace all that and everything.
Yeah, no, I don't want to retrace my first date with Cheng.
Have you gotten a caricature?
What is that?
It's that drawing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have in Vegas.
Nancy got one for me.
Oh, she
got one for our anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten an updated one with Addison though.
Oh, you guys should. I think they're so cute.
They're pricey.
Yeah, they are.
I luckily found one on Facebook. She did take a while though.
Oh, really?
I don't know. But it wasn't really her fault too, because she finished it and everything, and then she shipped it, and then I think during that time it was like maybe COVID around there. Yeah. So like shipping stuff was a little
crazy,
harder and crazier too. So it took a while.
I love those. I think we got ours at the Stratosphere in Vegas. I've always wanted to get one at Disneyland, but it's so expensive at Disneyland. And I feel like it's not worth it at Disneyland because you're like sitting there for like 30-40 minutes, them just drawing you. So,
girl, mine was digital.
Yeah. Oh, yours was digital?
Yeah, the lady was just like, just send me 2 pictures of you two, like just face, and then I'll do it, and then how you want it. I was like, oh, say less.
So cute.
Because I know on like Etsy they do it.
Yeah, they do on Etsy too.
So it's not like bad.
I know. She drew my big ass mole on my face. I'm like, Oh, I think it's on this side. Wrong side.
You're like, you just had. I know Robert's gonna.
I know.
Thanks.
Robert and Assens.
Assens
gonna be like, Mom, where's my mole? She knows she has a mole on her nose now. Yeah.
You have to tell her to love them.
Yeah.
Because my family told me they were ugly, so I still think they're ugly. On me, anyway.
It's okay. I do too.
Robert does too.
Yeah, I hate them. But I forget that it's because I don't ever wear sunscreen, too.
Oh, yeah.
When I was younger, but I was like, I never went in the sun.
Same with that kid.
Yeah, and I'm like, how? How does that even
Robert
happen?
freaked out.
Really?
He freaked out when he saw the mold. He's like, why didn't we put sunblock on her? We need to put on her. And he's like, I see it right there on her nose. Yeah. And then now you can see it.
I have to tell her how to love it. And I hate it.
It's hard. Hard to tell yourself. And I hate it because sometimes Chang will count them on my body too.
What the heck?
Yeah. But then I've heard if you count them, more of them show up. So
yeah, don't count it. Please don't count it. Oh gosh.
But I think I have one more.
Okay.
Let's see. We, 27-year-old female and 31 male, were apart for 2 weeks while I was on vacation with some gals. By the end of the trip, we were both ready to propose. At the airport. Neither of us did. At the end of the weekend following my return, we were discussing the hopes of our future together. And he brought up the subject of marrying by saying, I know this is preemptive and we never talk about it, but I really want to marry you. We both fell apart with happy tears and almost immediately started planning. A week later, we went to look at rings. And a couple weeks after that, we had my parents up for a visit so we could share the happy news. Then I began not so patiently waiting for him to officially pop the question. After returning home from a long day, he dropped to one knee in our bedroom as I returned from the kitchen with a beer in hand. We sat on the floor holding each other and beaming. We made our own history that night. And, like, the end of it's not my favorite.
Okay.
Where it's, like, at the house and stuff. But I just know that feeling of, like, the process of, like, it's going to happen. Because that's how me and Cheng were. Like, I think as soon as we went and talked about the rings, I got really, really excited. And then it was just like, oh, my God, any day now.
Yeah, you were, like, counting. You were trying to figure out when
he was going to ask me.
I mean, even me, because he didn't reach out to me until, like, I think 2 weeks before. And I was like, I didn't even have to ask him if he was. Girl, he told me at work. And I was like, telling me. Yeah, he told me at work. And I was like, you're doing it? He said, yeah. And I was like, okay, let me know. That's really how it went. I was like, let me know what I need to do. And he was like, can you guys do podcasts on Saturday? And I was like, yep. I was like, what time? And he was like 11, 12. And I was like, okay.
He's so stupid. Yeah. I swear. I told him, I was like, you need to tell everybody so they can all get ready and help, you know? And he was like, no. Because I know he wanted to do it himself kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm like, you're horrible at surprises. So get some help.
Well, that's why I was like, at least he got your sister involved.
Kind of. Last minute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had to ask him too. Yeah, because I kept telling my sister, I was like, you need to ask him if he's gonna get a photographer or not. You're gonna ask him what he's doing, because if what he tells you doesn't sound like something I like, you need to kill the idea. You need to be like, no, she hates it. Like, she doesn't want that. Yeah. And she's like, okay, I'll ask. And then it's so hard not to ask her too, because like, I feel like I hate surprises. That's why I always want to know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
So, like, it's hard for me to not be like, okay, what did he say?
Oh, my God.
When is it going to be? What's he going to do?
That's why they kept it quiet. That's why I kept it, because I know you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't even give her, like, a hint. I can't tell her anything, or she's going to be, like, asking more and more questions. And I was discussing this, I think. I was discussing this with my younger sister too. And I was like, I feel such a horrible friend. Like, I feel like I need to kind of like give her a hint or something, but I know the way she is, so I can't say anything. She's like, nope, just don't say anything then. Just act like you don't know. And I was like, okay, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, and I really tried to too, because I know I wanted Cheng to really think it was a surprise. So I was just like, don't pry into it. Don't bother him about it, because one day I was so bad too. I feel so bad. I'm such a bully to him. But I was like, so when are you going to do it? And he's like, why does it matter? He's like, it'll happen when it happens. You don't know. It could be next year, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, you know I don't want it during Thanksgiving, right? And he was like, yes, I know that. And I was like, because I would really hate it if it was on Thanksgiving. He's like, it's not even my favorite holiday. And he was like, yes, I know. And I was like, you're not going to do it at the house, are you?
I remember you telling me that part.
Yeah. And he was just like, dude, shut up.
This poor guy.
I know.
It's okay.
It's okay. He still wants to marry me.
It's a good effort. He made a good effort into all of it. So it's okay.
Yeah, and I'm not mad about anything. Yeah. So I'm just happy it went well. So
that's good though.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Nancy.
All right. So this one said, he proposed during a game of White Elephant. We got our closest friends together a few days before Christmas with the intention of playing White Elephant, having a nice steak dinner together, and I just generally enjoying each other's company. He rigged the whole thing and got them in on it, so I went last. Everyone purposely picked out everything except the gift, which I was left with, and thankfully I didn't opt to steal. When I opened the gift, inside was an empty ring box, and I almost felt low-key mad that this was a joke. LOL. We'd been talking about marriage and rings for a while then. When I then turned to him, and he had gotten down on one knee to propose with the ring he had kept in his pocket. Totally surprised me. I watched him unwrap the fake present, so he totally had me going. And it was so nice to have only our closest friends there to immediately celebrate with us. He later told me that the whole idea came to him in a dream. LOL.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds similar.
Sounds similar?
Similar with what?
My close friends.
Oh, of course. With your closest friends. Yeah.
Oh.
I creeped him out. I'm like, what? Huh?
And I was like, who got proposed like that?
I know. Who got to propose, huh?
That's cute, though.
That is cute.
Just not during Christmas.
I just... yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know if I would want to be proposed to on, like, a holiday.
Mm-hmm. Just because
or on, like, a holiday that I enjoy. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. If I enjoy that holiday, then I'm like...
Why do you think that, though? Is it because, like, you're like me where I'm scared if we, like, don't end up together? Or...
And then, kind of like that. Yeah. And then you remember. What do you think about when there's a wedding and then...
Oh, during the holidays?
No, it's like the weddings. You know how, like, some people, they, like... There's a wedding they attend and then say it's, like, the sister or, like, the brother or whatever. And then they propose as well during that wedding. Oh. How do you feel about that? Because I know some people are for it and some people are like, no, that's messed up. Like, you're taking the shine out of... this couple.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I hate the idea.
Okay.
Just because it's my one day to it be about me and my significant other getting married. It's our day to celebrate and everybody to celebrate our, union and our families that are going to be connected now. So I feel like that's what we should be celebrating, right? Mm-hmm. And then to have someone else come in and then they want to celebrate what they have. And then, I don't know, I feel like it just takes the shine off of the couple. I think it's beautiful when other people are okay, that want to do it, and that couple that's getting married or whatever wants to do it. That's fine. Like, I'm not against any of that. But for me, I would feel very blindsided, and I would rather you ask because I don't want that happening just at the spur of the moment.
Yeah, no, I agree. Mm-hmm. It's just hard because I really feel like it takes that shine out of the couple that's getting married, even though they may have agreed to it. Yeah, because I'm like, of course you better ask them before you do it. Mm-hmm. But like, it just takes away that shine from them. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, because it should be them. It's their day. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to be like, yeah, the day of my wedding, my sister got proposed to. Uh-huh. I'll be like, no. Yeah, that's not how I want to remember my wedding.
So let me ask you this. Will you forever remember you got proposed to after your best friend's
Yeah. That's why I had told Nancy the day of too, and I was like, oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. It's after your birthday.
So okay. Now you know. It's
yeah.
I got proposed to.
It's okay.
At least I won't ever forget either one.
There you go. Well, kind of like my one of my sisters, they got married at EDC a week before I had my anniversary date.
Yeah. See,
so it's like, in a way you remember all these dates too because of it.
Yeah, so it's not too bad, but at the same time it's like
when you think about it, you're like,
it's a little annoying because we have to share these special days together. But
all right, so the last story just says, background: I was very close to my grandma, who had to go into a nursing home in 2013 after a series of strokes. She died 2 years later. The strokes left her unable to speak, but She was a big animal lover and was always able to express her joy when a group of dogs visited the nursing home. They were specially trained dogs who visit care homes and schools for children with special needs, performing little shows, and just generally hanging out. Basically, they provided my grandma with some comfort and some positive memories of that time for me. They were also with my grandma the last time I saw her before she died. The proposal. One Saturday a few months ago, we moved into our new house. Then a couple of days later, we took a trip to our old place to do a clean and grab the last of our stuff before handing back our keys. So I was keen to have a relaxed day exploring our new area, and I insisted on going back to the flat to get the cleaning out of the way. Roll on a few hours, and so I keen to return back to the house. I was up for more hovering and letting him go ahead. He eventually persuaded me to leave, insisting that he would finish off everything in the flat later in the week. After arriving at the house, significant other says he has a surprise for me in the lounge. I opened the door and there are the 6 dogs who used to visit my grandma, all kitted out in a mini tux/bow ties, apart from the one girl who had a tutu and a fake rose in her mouth. One of the dogs stood as his hind legs pushing a trolley. Significant other gets down on one knee, pulls a ring from the trolley. As a happy coincidence, significant other proposed on what would have been my granddad's birthday, which is sure would have pleased my grandma greatly. We're now getting married on their anniversary. That's cute.
That's beautiful.
That is cute.
The 6 doggos. I love that.
I don't know, because your dog was on tux.
Yeah, he was in a tux. It didn't fit him, but
that is
he's still
cute.
in it. That's so cute.
I mean, it's. I feel like it's a sad thing, but then it's also like a happy thing.
Yeah, because he included her in a way because she was so important in her life.
Yeah,
and I think that's beautiful. How do you feel about getting like what are they called? Kind of like not a pass me down ring, but like
a generational ring.
Yeah, a generational ring. Yeah.
Well, it has to be pretty.
I hate you.
It has to be pretty.
What if it's not pretty?
Can I get my own ring? Even though I know it's a pass me down. Well, it's hard because you're gonna be wearing that.
Yeah.
But what if that ring was like $100,000?
But it was ugly.
Yeah.
Heck no, I don't want that. I mean, like, because I know people does that, but I'm like, I would at least want it to be a ring that I want.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, because what if there's other siblings who wants that ring? Then I'm like, y'all could take that ring.
I want my own ring.
I want my own. What about you?
I don't know. Like, if it was okay, I would probably, melt it back down and make something different out of it.
See, kind of like me, we want our own ring.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Would you hand down your rings to your daughter?
Absolutely not.
No, I wanna be my casket with my ring.
Yep, it's going with me till No, okay.
I don't know. And if it's ugly, like, I feel like if it's ugly, it's not their style, I wouldn't want them to keep it. I would want it something that they want. But I'm like, my ring ain't that ugly, so maybe they'll keep it.
Well, I think I want my kids to have it. And whether if they want to sell it or just keep it forever, that's fine. Because in like the Hmong tradition and the shamanism, whatever, you can't take metal with you in your casket. Yeah. So you can't take any jewelry with you.
Yeah, they sweep it.
Is that how it is with us too?
Same thing.
I feel like I've never seen any
same thing. It's pretty much
with,
like a taboo.
Jewelry.
It's pretty much like a taboo.
Oh, because I know like some people, they are like, oh, I want to be buried with these accessories or these stuff.
That means you're Americanized.
Oh, okay.
So in the Hmong way, you have your Hmong outfit.
Yeah.
That's the Hmong outfit you go with. No Sooo. And everything else goes with you.
So I can't even take my ring with me. So my kids can have it, whether to sell it and keep the money for themselves or to keep it as a memoir or whatever.
Just do whatever with it then. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps our episode. Don't forget we are on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Instagram.
All social media.
All social media.
Let's start that over.
You want me to redo that? All right, don't forget we're on all social media. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Leave us any comments or stories you have about proposals. And if you know Krystal or you just want to congratulate her in the comments, please do so.
Please do. Like, look.
Robert, you're going to have to zoom in on that later.
Ew, not my face, though.
All right, until next time, this is Sincerely Bestie.
Bye.
Bye.